They say cities have rhythms, but Buenos Aires has a heartbeat. A restless pulse that keeps beating long after midnight, weaving through crowded streets, smoky tango halls, and plazas echoing with laughter and song. This is not just a city, this is a living poem, a sleepless dream. Welcome to Buenos Aires, Argentina's city that never sleeps. Tonight, we dive into its soul, exploring the stories, the secrets, and the timeless spirit that makes Buenos Aires unlike anywhere else on earth. The city that breathes tango. If New York is known for Broadway and Paris for cabarets, Buenos Aires is the birthplace of tango. A dance born out of longing, love, and rebellion. Picture this, dimly lit tango halls called milongas, where shadows move across polished wooden floors. The bandoneon cries, couples lock eyes, and suddenly, the room becomes a battlefield of passion. Each step, each turn, is like a story told in silence. The tango is more than a dance here. It's a soul language, a ritual that connects generations. Tourists often come searching for the famous shows in San Telmo or La Boca, but to truly feel it, you need to slip into the underground tango clubs where locals dance until dawn. Suspense lingers in every movement. Will he lead? Will she follow? The dance never sleeps, and neither does this city. Avenida Corrientes, the street that never sleeps. They call it La Calle que nunca duerme, the street that never sleeps. By day, Avenida Corrientes bustles like any major avenue, but by night, it transforms into the Broadway of Buenos Aires. Neon signs flare above historic theaters, where shows spill laughter and applause into the cool air. Pizza joints with century-old recipes buzz with night owls grabbing slices at 2 a.m. and bookstores, yes, bookstores, stay open long into the night, their shelves glowing like lighthouses for wandering souls. Here's the twist, a show may end, but Corrientes doesn't. Crowds flood into cafes, musicians tune their guitars in side alleys, and the night only resets, like the city has pressed play again. Suspense lies here, because at any moment you might stumble into a midnight play, a poetry reading, or an impromptu tango on the sidewalk. Palermo after dark, dance, drink, live the night. If Corrientes is the city's stage, Palermo is its electric heart. When the sun sets, this leafy, chic neighborhood becomes a living labyrinth of nightlife. Rooftop lounges glow under starlight. Cocktail bars hum with mixologists turning drinks into art. And underground clubs like Nacida Club or Kika throb with beats that defy genre, echoing until sunrise. One suspense. Palermo is full of secrets. Push past a flower shop and find yourself inside Floreria Atlantico, ranked among the world's best bars. Or descend into Uptown, styled like a New York subway station, where every cocktail feels like a ticket to another dimension. In Palermo, the question isn't whether the night will surprise you, it's how. San Telmo's echo, tango under the streetlights. Then there's San Telmo, the oldest soul of Buenos Aires. Cobbled streets, antique lamps, shadows flickering across colonial balconies. At night, this neighborhood hums with nostalgia and passion. In Plaza Dorrego, under open skies, tango erupts. Dancers locking in embrace, their shoes sliding across stone as live music crackles nearby. Step deeper into San Telmo, and you'll find milongas. Tango halls like La Catedral or Maldita, where time seems frozen. The air smells of wine and old wood. The bandoneon weeps. Every movement is sharp, desperate, intimate. This is not a performance, it's a confession, and the city listens. La Trastienda and beyond, sounds that stir the soul. But Buenos Aires doesn't just dance, it sings. La Trastienda Club, tucked away in San Telmo, is an icon. Intimate, mythical. A room where jazz, rock, and funk collide in raw, unpolished beauty. Nights here don't just echo, they imprint. And beyond La Trastienda, there are whispers. Café Vanillo, where acoustic strings tangle with smoky air. Thelonious Club, where jazz climbs the walls like candlelight. Each venue is like a portal, different worlds, same soul. For those who seek sound that lingers longer than dawn, Buenos Aires delivers. Recoleta's secret evenings. By day, Recoleta is elegance, boulevards, boutiques, the hush of high society. By night, mystery awakens. Sip a Malbec in a dim-lit lounge and watch as the streets quiet down. But don't be fooled, Recoleta still breathes. Its cemetery, home to marble mausoleums and legends carved in stone, offers guided night tours. Lanterns flicker across crypts, shadows stretch long, and stories of Argentina's past rise in whispers. Some say you can feel Evita's spirit here. Others swear they hear footsteps in the silence. Recoleta proves Buenos Aires nights are not just alive, they're haunted by memory. The sound of Argentina, Cumbia takes center stage. Move closer to the pulse, and you'll find a rhythm that once hid in the city's outskirts, but now roars in its heart. Cumbia. Cumbia Konex nights at the Konex Art Center are legendary. 17 performers transform percussion into pure energy, and thousands of dancers move like one, their bodies bending to every drumbeat. It's hypnotic, chaotic, beautiful. Here, nostalgia collides with reinvention. Old rhythms merge with modern beats, and Buenos Aires claims cumbia as its own. The suspense is simple, you don't know when the drumming will stop. And when it finally does, you're left breathless, craving more. America and queer nights, pride in every beat. Buenos Aires is proudly inclusive, boldly alive. In Almagro stands America, the city's most iconic LGBT nightclub. It's not just a club, it's a cathedral of sound and freedom, where every beat celebrates identity. Lights flash, bodies move. Pride is not whispered here, it roars. Across Palermo, queer tango nights rewrite tradition, same-sex couples spinning with defiance and grace. Other clubs like Pudio and Puticlo turn every rhythm into an act of resistance. Suspense here is joy, because you never know when the music will stop, or when the celebration will burst into something even greater. La Bomba de Tiempo, percussion in the open air. Every Monday, the week begins not with silence, but with thunder. At the Konex Art Center, La Bomba de Tiempo gathers 17 percussionists who improvise with hand signals, creating rhythms that feel both primal and futuristic. The crowd doesn't just listen, they surrender, clapping, jumping, sweating, until the lines between audience and performer dissolve into one heartbeat. It's not a show, it's a ritual, a rite of passage into the week. And if you think Mondays are slow, Buenos Aires will prove you wrong. 9. Tango in crisis, stories in dance. Tango, at its core, is survival. In the documentary 12 Tangos, Adios Buenos Aires, dancers carry Argentina's economic heartbreak on their shoulders. Every step, every swirl is a cry against despair, proof that even in crisis, art lives on. To watch tango here is to witness history written in motion. The suspense lies not in the dance itself, but in the stories it tells, stories of lovers, of migrants, of workers, of a city that refuses to break. Tango is not performance, it is defiance. 10. Meat, wine, and nighttime feasts. And then, of course, comes the feast. Buenos Aires is a city where night isn't just for music and dance, it's for eating. At parillas like Don Julio, steak arrives as poetry. Grilled to perfection, tender as memory. Malbec wine flows deep, its richness echoing the passion of the city itself. But the culinary scene doesn't end with tradition. Bars like Tres Monos and Floreria Atlantico transform cocktails into storytelling, mixing herbs, fruits, and spirits with the same artistry as tango. In Buenos Aires, the night doesn't end at the dance floor. It ends at the table, and even then, it feels like a beginning. The river and beyond. The Rio de la Plata is more than a river. It's a stage, a mirror reflecting the city's restless energy. Ferries leave daily for Uruguay, but locals stay to watch sunsets turn the water into liquid gold. And beyond the river lies Tigre Delta, a labyrinth of islands, canals, and floating homes. It's peaceful, yes, but also suspenseful in its stillness. The kind of place where time slows, and you wonder if you've stumbled into another world entirely. Buenos Aires, a city of contradictions, a city of passions, a city that never ever sleeps. By day, it is enchanting with its history. By night, it seduces with its rhythm. And somewhere between the tango halls and the cemeteries, the football stadiums and the cafes, lies the truth. Buenos Aires is not just a place, it's a feeling. A restless, unshakable feeling. So, the next time you find yourself awake at midnight, remember, somewhere across the world, Buenos Aires is still alive, still breathing, still dancing, because the soul of this city never rests. If this cinematic journey through Buenos Aires touched your heart, don't let it end here. Hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon, because more unforgettable journeys are waiting for you.